So, chat, apparently they buff Watson. I've heard some people mentioning it. Was it time? Do I finally grind a Predator for one season of Apex? Ashley for 5 months, thank you. Naked Buddha, thank you too. Lots of nice quality of life stuff. Really? More B for B suffering? Actually, today's gonna be farming. It might be suffering in a different way. I need to actually go make some builds. Any ideas for builds? Yes. Apparently, chat, so I haven't actually played Back for Blood in about 2 weeks now. And apparently the meta for Nightmare is actually you to speedrun. So you actually just full on either run through the level or kite. That's it. I did see that, Eric, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. The problem is that doesn't solve any of Division 2's problems, though, unless they revamp the loot system. They need to redo the entire inventory system. Apex patch notes. Fuck you, I fuck your mom. No, you. Got him. Fucking got him, chat. How you guys doing? 1 sec. Did you see the Valorant LCQ is absolutely in shambles? Okay, is it again? Wait. I know they had quite the tournament mishap earlier. It was, I want to say it was like a few weeks back. Maybe not even a few weeks. Dude, I was not paying attention though. I was busy with other stuff. I just don't remember. It was like so apparently there's a lot of controversy actually in that Valorant tournament, because what ended up happening was, like, I think some people, it was postponed. No, it was like someone lost power. Oh, okay. This time I think someone lost power, but the previous time it was postponed it was like an IRL event in LA, and so one of the players got COVID, so it had to be canceled. And then the other teams refused to play if that player had COVID and went home, because the rest of the players had to play on really bad PCs at the event, because Riot had only old League of Legends computers for this event. And so they were only getting like 120, 130 FPS, and the players were just rioting. Like, they were just like, they're like, hello, this guy got COVID, now he gets to go home and actually play at a normal PC, and we're all sitting here with this trash. Like, we refuse to play it. Like, one of the teams actually straight up walked. And so, whatchamacallit. And then afterwards, it was just and then also, like, there was that stuff, but I mean, obviously most of it was the COVID thing, and period, because I think there's like actual regulation in that area that, like, if someone has COVID at the event, like, the event just has to be like gone. It wasn't even a proper LAN. They didn't have LAN servers. Oh, that's another thing you could talk about. Like they had like server issues. They had some other stuff. But that was like old in general. There was also, I want to say, something else happened that tournament. I just can't remember, but that was all kind of old for what that is. I want to say that was like a couple weeks back for Valorant. But as for the whole like they didn't even have LAN servers thing, that is just because of it's sort of the nature of how online games work for the most part. Like the only people I know who've actually, I mean, see what you say, people like shit on Blizzard a lot, but Blizzard actually went really, really hard on competitive integrity for the Overwatch League on every level for engineering in that aspect. So for those who don't know, like obviously there's no LAN mode for Overwatch, right? And so what they did was they made their own LAN because they would literally pack up a server and have an employee travel with it to the event. And it was like guarded and shit. And then like everything was like extremely well done top to bottom. And they also had a specific LAN, like basically they changed the net code for LAN compared to online. So like online, for example, Overwatch is 60 tick. For reference, Apex is 20 tick. And then Overwatch LAN was set to like 150 or 160 tick, like more than double the accuracy and precision of online netcode, and on top of that being LAN, because Blizzard is like really, really good about that type of thing. So I think Valorant should probably do the same thing. But that's what they did before COVID. So I don't know what they did. So what I remember what they talked about. So then when everything went online after COVID happened, Blizzard also tried to maintain competitive integrity as much as they could. And so what they did, from what I remember, is they created new netcode that was essentially everyone on the server plays at whoever has the highest ping. So this way there's no such thing as a server advantage.
What is Seagull doing?
It would add additional ping to players who had low ping to make them equal to the highest ping player. So everything was perfectly equal as much as they could make it. And so I think that's pretty much everything I can remember at the time. For like that's why like server advantage didn't matter. I don't know. I remember hearing about that. I could be totally wrong, but I could have sworn that's what they set up. But overall, like yeah, I mean, if Valorant's gonna go that strat, they should probably add some features like that. And I'm kind of surprised it actually hasn't gotten more publicity in the Valorant scene about what Overwatch did to maintain competitive integrity in that way. So like I've heard of nonsense regarding admin rules for server select in Valorant, and I've heard bullshit about like the LAN tournament now. Player in the last tournament, like anyway, there's some like craziness going on because there was like a match in overtime the other day. I think it was like literally yesterday, and I think someone was saying in chat that a player lost power. It's like, oh god. Ping to a local server talking less than 10 ms. No, we're talking before and after COVID. After COVID, they didn't have LAN because they couldn't get everyone's visas together. There's no way to get everyone to give visas to like one place fast enough, and so what they did was the best thing they could do was equalize ping. That's all. Anyway, speaking of Apex, chat, apparently we have things here. We have Ash. We will look at all this. I'm just going to do a quick scroll, then we go over. Map. Arena map. New weapon, car. This is my favorite, one of my favorite guns in Titanfall, by the way. So this is actually like a good throwback for me. Ranked update. Ranked BR escape. Ranked arenas escape. I don't know what escape means. I assume it might be the new season. Watson. Holy fuck, I saw a lot of stuff with Watson. I see a lot of guns. See some crafting. See more arenas. See bug fixes. Damn. That's a lot of stuff. Were you a hipfire only Titanfall gamer? In Titanfall 1, oh no. I used both the... What did I use? I used both the Scout, the Carbine, and the SMG, and the EVA. I used pretty much everything, actually. But one of my favorites was definitely the SMG. I didn't use the R9 in Titanfall 1, though. I just didn't think it was that good. How'd you like Guardians of the Galaxy? It was good, but today I have to do other things so I can get ready for Friday. And so that means back for blood farming time for today. And then Guardians of the Galaxy will probably return on maybe Saturday. But then next Tuesday would be Apex, and then next Thursday would be DRG update. So I got like a limited time frame to finish Guardians, as long as, well, Gardeners, you could say. As long as I don't have... We'll see. As long as it doesn't last forever, we're cool. Anyway, let's scroll and actually read these. So this is Ash. Her passive is Marked for Death. Ash's map shows a location of recent death boxes. She gets a prompt on a death box. Use it to mark surviving attackers once per box. What? So this is like the third-party tracker. You kill someone and you can ping it, and then now you get to see where their people who killed them were. And it's like a Bloodhound style ping or whatever. Sure. So they're just going to be able to find you if they find the box. Okay. Tactical arc snare. Throw a spinning snare that damages and tethers the first enemy that gets too close. CC is what everybody likes in video games. Ultimate phase breach. Tear open a one-way portal to a targeted location. The portal stays open for a short time, during which anyone can use it. See Ash's abilities in action here. Is this the trailer? Wait, is this the one? No, this is character trailer. This is unlisted. I think we're safe. We'll see if there's DMCA.
For decades, Ash has been known across the Outlands as a ruthless killer. Unburdened by conscience. But a dark secret lurks beneath the surface.
So edgy.
Another consciousness hidden away. While Ash has little love for the legends, in death, they become useful. And analyzing their death box will lead her to their killers.
Wait, it shows them on the map like that?
You made a fatal error crossing me.
The hack knife?
Inspired by her old titan, Ash can throw out a paralyzing snare to bind her prey, allowing her to close in for a more...
Wait. We saw, there's like 3 different mechanics here that we just saw, which I find interesting. I want to slow this down. Okay, so she throws it. That hitbox for it is massive, right? Assuming it was on the player. It looks like it's stuck on the player. Or is it tethering anyone into an AoE, which then has a radius? Damages and tethers the first enemy who gets too close. Yeah, so it's on the ground. She throws it on the ground. And then... Damn, too bad I can't see damage numbers. It just looks like it kind of zaps you and slows you down. It doesn't look like it slows you... Well, to be fair, that's an Octane running. But an Octane running would just pop stim and run out. They just don't want to actually have the Octane pop stim and run. But, so basically this is the... If you get snared, you will just get rolled by a carbine for 10,000 damage and die. Okay.
While Ash is a fearsome force from any distance, her most terrifying power is the ability to tear through space itself.
Wait, what?
Her most terrifying power is the ability to tear through space itself.
Ah, one way. It's just a one-way portal. But she doesn't have to actually go there. She just, it's like a ranged portal. It's like a ranged one-way portal. So is that a better version of Wraith? I want to know the range of that. That looks like it's insane range. Well, Wraiths can be used to save people. Yeah, I know what you mean. Wraith is... That is true. Wraith is also going to last longer than this thing. This thing is just like a one-way, you're good, that's it. I understand. That makes sense. Wraith can get out of 5 if the push goes bad. Yeah, wait, I didn't mean to close it all. Whoops. Apex patch notes. Straight line teleport. Yeah, and you don't have to actually go there. And then on top of that, yeah, it just sounds good. Oops. Patch notes, patch notes. It's just an aggressive version of Wraithel, but I don't even know if it's necessarily aggressive. It's just like you just go one way, you rotate, and you're done. And that's it, I think. New map, Storm Point. But that's a shit ton of water. Chat, predict your FPS on this map. The only reason I say it is just because of the water, dude. It's gonna be, can you swim? Well, no, I think, okay, so places like this in the bottom left, right? They're gonna have you go here. My only thing is you can't, you see how much water there is everywhere, chat? Water seems to be everywhere around here, right? You can't slide in water, right? I know that's how it works on Kings Canyon. Do you think they're going to be able to slide in this water? Isn't that going to be weird? It's going to be strange. Might be a timer on the edges. Oh yeah, well, I mean, you're not gonna come out here in the middle of nowhere and swim. But water equals hidden audio. Stop. Colony lay abandoned, looks enticing. Pristine beaches, crystal waters are just the eye of the hurricane. All around dangerous swirl, wild prowlers, venomous spiders, and the gathering storms. Wait, what are they implying? That we're gonna find fucking tigers, dude? Wait, they have a map. Wait, map post. Oh, wait. Do you guys actually want to read this now or after? It's actually pretty intense. Now? All right, let's go. Gravity cannons. Okay, wait. Let's read the start because it looks like this is not the same thing. It is our largest map to date, 15% bigger than World's Edge. I actually like that. I did not like Olympus that much, and I did not like Kings Canyon. So I'm a fan if they start comparing to World's Edge. It features a wide variety of diverse locations, allow you to play higher than previous maps. Gravity cannons. Almost all redeploy balloons are gone, and their place are gravity cannons. Step inside one will launch you in a predetermined direction. While traveling through the area, you have pitch control and can land to the sides of the receiving points of the gravity cannon to avoid traps and other dangers. You also have complete control of your weapons, grenades, tack, and ultimates while traveling through the air. Is it just me, or is like everyone in the game gonna kill you on this? I think you could actually just get rolled. Because at least with the balloon, you can like go left, right, and like do some weird jank with your animation to make yourself harder to hit. But like a good player will just just fucking roll you. Oh god. Although maybe you're going so fast, I think maybe not at the start, but later on when people get used to how far they have to lead with different guns to kill you on this, we'll see. You can move in the air, right? No, they said you can only, well, it says you have pitch control and you can land to the sides of the gravity. So you can go like a little bit. I don't really know what pitch control exactly means until I play it. I need to actually try this and see what it's like. You're accurate in the air too, though, so you can at least fight back. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of overestimating. I just know that like a really good player would probably beam the fuck out of you on this. Players will be dropping into a world that is teeming with dangerous wildlife. Wildlife nests are exciting new combat encounters that offer strategic loot for squads as they plan their paths through the mid stage of a match. Oh god. We have PvE. We have prowlers. Prowlers are aggressive creatures that hunt in packs, can be found patrolling their dens. If they spot you, they will warn that you're getting too close and aren't too friendly. Keeping your distance leaves the option to engage in your hands. Watch out though, if you choose to engage, more will emerge from the dens to defend their territory. Okay, so just the normal prowlers that we probably already see and you blow up. Spiders! Oh shit! Spider eggs are scattered across the map. Causing damage to these eggs will disturb the spiders inside. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh fuck, dude. Wait, this is grief potential. I want to just shoot this around my teammates. These large arachnids are ranged web-spinning enemies that choose to engage with their potential meals from afar before sinking their teeth into them. While squishier than prowlers, these enemies are quick and scurry around to reposition. Oh, so they just jump around and they'll fuck you up. So if I put a barrel, yeah, exactly. So if I put a caustic barrel near an egg and they trigger the caustic barrel, it'll pop the egg and they'll get both ghast and spiders. Sounds so dumb. I'm down. Oh, we have the flyers. The flyers are back. You can also trigger the behind you if you're being chased. Yeah, I mean, you can trigger behind you if you're being chased. Yeah, yeah. The gas, will the gas kill the spiders? I don't know. I was saying that like it would just aggro onto the enemy. And I would assume the spiders run around so much that maybe wouldn't send the gas. Fuck if I know. It was just silly. Flyers. Flyers respond individually. The positions are randomly selected each match from a predetermined list. Okay, so you always know where each flyer can spawn. But they won't be there. They'll just be like randomly at preset locations. Okay. Rules and trophies of the hunts. What the fuck? There's so many. Wildlife nests are denoted by the red markers. Holy shit, they're everywhere. And they have spiders versus the prowler icon. God damn. That's a lot of them. I wasn't expecting that many. They just camp the chokes. WTF. Yeah, I think they want it to be so like if you're gonna get hit at a choke or something, you basically just pop all the spiders and run, and maybe the spiders will aggro onto the team that's chasing you, and then you could just leave. So yeah, yeah, that's another question. Wait. How are the servers supposed to handle this? I feel like the servers could barely handle the other stuff, dude. They won't. And also, yeah. They just don't want you to go anywhere without avoiding the nests. It looks like it looks like there's always going to be a path to go somewhere with and avoid. It also, chat, this solves the footsteps problem. If everyone has to shoot, right? Then you're always going to hear people shooting. So you're always going to know there's a team behind you because they're killing spiders. You'll never get surprised. Think about it. Just play Valk. Yeah, true. Wildlife nests, all nests are static and finite, meaning every match they're always in the same place with the same type and only small variations in their numbers. Wildlife respect the nest boundaries and are aggressive only to trespassers that enter into their domain. Once a nest is cleared, is removed from the map, and your squad can reap the rewards. Oh yeah, it's not just true. They actually drop loot. On death, prowlers and spiders have a chance to drop attachments and ammo for your squad based on your weapon loadouts, in addition to a few consumables and other goodies. So they're smart. They give you, that's awesome. And a small percentage of damage dealt is rewarded towards Evo armor, includes flyers. That's good. That means that it isn't complete waste, but it's probably like 10% or something, so that we can't just PvE farm to get your purple armors or whatever. Doesn't that mean teams can also track teams based on nest clears? Yeah, that's a good question. Will I be able to see these icons disappear from the map as another team clears them? Maybe it's further on. Let's see. Or maybe not. I don't know. Crafting materials. Clearing an S also rewards a lump of crafting materials divided evenly among each squad. Okay, that's cool. Barometer. Look at those larger drop locations. The heart of Storm Point. A spinning platform with a honeypot of loot is overlooked by a research tower that gives a height advantage but challenging to defend. Wait, is that the fucking... Wait, which one's the tower here? I don't think it's this thing in the middle, is it? Well, wait, is that the spinning platform? The spinning platform, a honeypot as loot, is overlooked by a research tower that gives a height advantage. Wait, they're saying we could play up here? Did you not read the icons go away after you clear? Icon. I'm not seeing icon. Clear. It says it's removed from the map. No, I don't see anything. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. It says overlooked by a tower. I don't know if this is a tower. I kind of imply this thing would be the tower, but I don't know. Either way, look at how much water there is. Holy shit. Can you, I assume you can go, yeah, there's an underground path, underground circle here. Small buildings there, small over here. Gravity cannon at the bottom. That's a penis. Stop. It's chat. That I heard wrong, that my bad. No, like it, what my question was killed was not it says it will disappear from the map, right? If you yourself clear out a nest, it will no longer show on the map. What I'm asking is if you are across the map, right? And someone clears a nest, does it disappear from my mini map or my map? Even though I have no vision. I'm trying to ask is, does it give me information on an enemy player when they kill a nest, even if I'm across the map? That's my question. And I don't know if that we know that until we play. It's a global info. It does. Okay, then yeah, that's going to be crazy because it means you can tell where everyone is. Like late game, you can tell if you're getting like fucking baited and stuff. I don't know. People saying yes with no way to actually know. No, they can know because some people I think had early gameplay of this. Let's look at some of the larger drop location of the barometer. Okay. Let's move on. Command center. Built inside the mountain, the command center is a massive complex, rich in loot. Wait, this is literally a loot cave. It's just a cave of loot. I like it. I'm a fan. Allows players to dive into its heart from the dropship. Yep, this is where we're going to feed. Just like Bunker. Yep. Excellent method for getting to the top of the mountain while protected by using a network of the longest zip lines in Apex to date. Wait, what mountain? Whoa. Mountain check? Wait, is it this thing to the far right? You can actually go... Wait. Holy shit. They weren't kidding when they said there's a lot more height on this map, huh? Anyway, the antenna. See that mountain? You can climb that. The antenna is a drop location divided by a network of catwalks positioned above a massive comms dish. Make your way across these catwalks or slide to the bottom to zip line your way up to the center. Zip line your way up to the center. Dude, this is a weird little place to fight. It's very unique. So you have this underground part, and then you have these catwalks, right? Where's the zip line up center? I assume they aren't talking about going up here, right? Maybe they are. Maybe I'm blind. I see these little lines here.
Shiny.
But I assume I'm missing something. Unless it's these wiggly ones can't be it. Either way, yeah, I agree with Nito. He says this map's geometry is extremely unique. I'm excited. Yeah, it is super, super weird. Just to even look at this, I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And that's kind of cool to actually see. The yellow line in middle goes to the mountain behind. Oh, like that? It's hard to tell from the POV. It's completely new, Alana. All right, one sec. Let me close these. Checkpoint. Suspended over a dense forest, checkpoint allows you to disengage from an intense fight. If you're overwhelmed, jump off the platform into the forest. Bro, what? Why is there a forest? So you just fight up here. That looks like an arena map. It actually does. Like, you'd have both teams just spawn both sides right here, and boom, arena map. And then there's a bunch of trees everywhere. And I assume you could hide behind the trees. This looks sick. I like this spot. They've done a pretty good job just with the general, like, I don't need to know that much to know that as I scroll through these, it looks drastically different than like the typical city layout that World's Edge had, right? Or like anything else that goes on. And it just looks really new. Lightning rod. Like, what the fuck? Lightning rod is a landing position located at the pinnacle of the mountain, divided into two halves by a focus and intense bridge. The station's top is the highest position on the map and a crucial stronghold if the ring ends here. Wait, what? How high up can you get? Shit. Trying to like zoom in a little bit. Wait a minute. They said there was no balloons. Why is there a balloon here when they said there would be none? Maybe you can't ride this balloon. They said most. Oh, okay. So that might be one of the few maps that are left over. Holy shit, imagine playing all the way up top right here. So fucking dumb. Oh god, dude. It's gonna be insane the amount of high ground people have. Stormcatcher. Suspended over a large... Like, what the fuck is this? Interior location, focus on close quarter combat. Position yourself on exterior balconies, open up long range combat against strong defendable bases. Dude, what is this high ground? It's like Helm's Deep over here, man. Like, they're just imagine you're sitting up here. It's like the middle of Olympus when you're like running up the giant hill. It's like, what the fuck? How do you even go up there? I'm so interested in this thing. I just saw what someone was mentioning. Someone said, look at the grav cannon. So we have a grav cannon on the left that comes in the front, and then you have a grav cannon on the right that goes to the back side of the complex. And you can barely see the green here at the bottom that shows the like the entrance, which is kind of cool.
Let's go, Seagull! Seagull, I put that balloon there, and it won't be moved until I see more Monkey Island content.
True, Spartan. True. Thank you for the 10. Yeah, I guess someone did point out, like, this is a giant grav cannon in the middle, by the way. So, like, someone could just fly in. But I feel like if you're flying into a team with a grav cannon, dude, and there's a full 3 people just looking at you, if you fly into them, you're dead. Like, I really do think they can just kill you while you're flying. North Pad. What the fuck? A launch site that contains a network of protected trenches that allow safe passage over a wide range of rolling hills. Separating these trenches are underground bunkers and small watch points with loot. Holy shit, just hiding in a trench, dude. That's gonna be weird. It said there's small watch points for loot. I assume that the bunker right there on the left, you see that? I assume that's going to have a little bit of loot. And then maybe this one. This looks like a small building right here. And then in between, they probably have random boxes or something. Caustic's Dream. Well, I mean, they would just go over the top, I think. It's nice because it means you could just travel over the top. And then if you get shot, you just dive into a trench and you're chilling. The Mill. Located at the farthest western position, the mill's circular interior space contains high-value loot and the entryway towards the central river. Oh, these are the same as the circular things on World's Edge near, well, it used to be called Sorting, I think? It was near those. It reminds me of the same type. But it looks like it has 4 entrances too, right? So... these are pretty basic. They're just like 2 giant asshole buildings. Shipfall. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? The remnants of the original survivors of Storm Point Shipfall is all that remains of the doomed vessel. Eroded over decades, the engine section is still intact and is a stronghold if you can fight your way through it. You guys see this? Another gravity cannon. Man, these gravity cannons, they feel like they're not even that far apart. Like you can almost in every single one of these pictures, I feel like you can see 2 gravity cannons. Like right here, you see one on the edge. Usually, is there a single one over here? Is this the only part of the map that doesn't have one because it has trenches? This one has one. This one has 2. Might be one hidden in the trees for all we know in that one. I don't know. I don't think I see any over here yet. It's gonna be weird. I like little ships like this though. They just look cool. Cenote Cave. A secure network of coral reef caves. The Cenote is the most isolated section of the map, is filled with valuable loot and power positions. Located at the southernmost western corner, it is also a critical path between the barometer and the entire western half of the island. So what? Wait. How can this also be the most isolated, but then is a critical path between the barometer and the entire west half? Doesn't that just imply that you have to walk through here to get to anywhere else? Or maybe it's like they have to cross in front, but this is like in a corner. Maybe that's what it means. We'll see more. If we ever get like a top down, you'll see it. Reminds me of Lava City and World's Edge. Oh yeah, where like you can kind of walk by it if you want, but you can also just walk in. So I wonder if you can get on top of this. I wonder how much of this map they've patched to try and figure out if they want to go up top. The Wall. The great divider between the northern beach and the mountain. The Wall is a critical landing spot for those who see combat. Is a choke point between the 2 significant sections of the map. So this is gonna be like the same thing as World's Edge in the middle of the map when you have the what's it called? I can't remember. Harvester. High point. There are no pictures anymore. I've been scammed. I just want to look at cute pictures. High Point is the home to the only redeploy balloon on the map. It sits at the top of the longest hill as a vital choke point to the top of the mountain. In a standoff look around, you may discover hidden tunnels that allow you to flank around it. They said flake. I assume they mean flank. Thunderwatch, a gateway to the top. Close quarters combat. Cascade. Near a waterfall. Cascade is a focal point of the map due to its proximity to the map's center, making it the most traveled point of interest. Wait, this is supposed to be the most traveled point of interest? And you didn't even include a picture? I guess I'll find it later. Launch site. Oh, another launch site. Nice. Try landing on one of its 3 distinctive outstretched pads and loot your way towards the control building. Fish farms. Large area with clean separation between lootable buildings. Cross the open water cautiously or use the trident to hover along the waterways. Oh, wait. Does that mean... Wait. That means we have vehicles again. Nice. I'm going to go in as blind as I possibly can. So I imagine there's probably people in chat who have already seen people like talking about this stuff. Because I know there's a bunch of leaks and this and that. So we'll see. Gale Station. Divided between the island center and the south. What lacks in loot quantity makes up for quality in its power position over the fish farm. Spill off camps design talk. Ooh, I like this. Design talk. Talk to me, designer. There are 17 named locations total on the map, but if you pay close attention, you will notice that near these drops there are smaller camps. When you're dropping at the start of a match and see a drop location overwhelmed with other players, look around. You may notice a smaller camp nearby with great loot. There are many more locations to discover, all with unique and diverse gameplay styles designed for the competitive and casual player. Storm Point is the sum of 2 years of design work and a close study of how Apex plays in public. There are hundreds of micro decisions built into the map to address bad third-party encounters, optimal loot flow, and combat engagement for a better gameplay experience. I'm Rodney Pierce, the designer of World's Edge, and now Storm Point. Welcome to our newest map, Pog. You go, dude. You go, gamer. The embargo lifted at 10 a.m. so creators have already released content. Yeah, what I mean is I don't want to watch it. I want to go in as casual as possible. I want to go in completely blind.
What is Seagull doing?
I actually think, chat, how do I put this? I think a lot of people these days over spoil things for themselves. You know what I mean? They go into a new game and like they'll go watch guides and try to min-max from the first time they ever play. But if you just go in and enjoy the experience, like the only people who should probably be like you know, getting all up and be like, yeah, what's going on in this RP? They're probably people who are grinding to either Predator, which I don't even think they would ever even need to. And then probably professional players or people who are playing in actual custom games who are trying to figure out like, okay, guys, if the ring ended over here, where's the best places to play? And they like break that down for every point in the map because they want to know all the possible like best places in the map they could play. I don't think it's cool for generating hype, right? And getting excited over stuff before you play. But I think there's also value in going into things as blind as possible. So that way you have like the natural experience. And so I'm going to try and do that this time. Metagaming a BR Omega lol. You say that, but like, that's just a boomer take now. Dude, people in battle royales have been playing, like BRs have been popular since late 2017, mid 2017 when PUBG blew up. You're looking at a solid 4 years of battle royales, chat. Four years. Even before that, by the way, there was obviously H1 and other games, but obviously I think PUBG was the big one that blew up, and then it was Fortnite that really took off afterwards. But for the most part, yeah, it's been it may not appeal to us boomers to get super competitive in a game mode that is random loot running in circles and everything. That's how it works. Some people get into it, man. Also, Flippin' Bird, Neutral Jump. Thank you. Tiger, No Luck, Lost Elric, Lucas, Cake. Thank you. DayZ, BR, Pog. Yeah, I know, right? If you go back far enough, chat. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for the absolute high intellect, high HQ take? HQ, by the way, not IQ, HQ. Lyric invented battle royales. Prove me wrong. Lyric saved and created the BR genre by popularizing the entire thing. The math checks out. Boomer take. Yeah, the boomer take, dude. Did he get addicted to H1Z1 in PUBG? No, he was addicted to fucking DayZ back in the day. Oh, God. It was like, what was it? It was like DayZ, and before that, it wasn't DayZ just a mod, so it was like an Arma 3 or some bullshit, and there's like Lyric trying to figure out how to RP back then, too, before RP blew up. Oh, God, dude. So it wasn't the book from the 70s titled Battle Royale? No. It was actually, Lyric probably was the author of that book. Think about it. Oh, God, dude. Does the fact I remember this mean I'm a boomer? Chat, we've already established, if you're in my chat room, you're a boomer. Like if you go and we took the poll, chat, when we had like 3,000 people in here, we did the poll and everyone responded. Literally everybody. In the biggest demographic is 27 to 34, which is absolutely old on the internet, chat. The second most popular was 18 to 24. But I'm just saying. But I'm only 26. 26 is old on the internet. That's how that works. Also, wait, is there anything else, by the way, we want to look at with Apex stuff? Oh, right. But there's actual patch notes. Shiny. Forgot about that. Wait, car SMG? Dude, I use this gun a lot in Titanfall 1. The car SMG was a god tier hipfire gun. It was actually so good. It was awesome. It hits hard, handles light. This hybrid weapon's the best of both worlds. When you're ready to take a stand, become the most dangerous thing on the... Okay. Wait, it accepts either light or heavy mags? Oh, adaptability. I like it. Okay, I'm just going to use the car every game. Sounds good. Yep. Hopefully none of the stats change. Immediate number one. Yeah, immediately number one. I'm using this gun. That's what I want to get good at now. Unless the carbine's it. I mean, obviously the carbine is like the brain dead option. Like, I don't know why people in Apex. So, okay, you guys know that in every video game there's something that's going to be overpowered, but if everyone likes it, then it's a good thing. So, like, for example, no one who plays Counter-Strike or Valorant is just like, oh no, the AK is too good, guys. We shouldn't use rifles. We should buff shotguns. Like, no one says that. No one cares. That's the version in this game is the carbine. Like, no one cares that the carbine's the best gun because it just is, like, objectively, it feels good to play with and against. So as long as everyone's using it, they're okay. Shotguns don't belong in video games. God, fucking Boston, dude. It's the gun. Yeah, exactly. And so every what I was gonna say was every game has something like that. That's like everyone enjoys playing with it and against it. And so if it's really, really popular, no one complains about it. And so as an example, no one complains about the carbine that much, even though it's a really powerful gun in Apex and always historically has been. But they'll sit there and be like, immediately shit on the L-Star or immediately shit on the Spitfire or anything else, right? Because it's like threatening or slightly taking over the carbine. The carbine is like the holy grail of just like, no gun can be better than this. Or EVA 8, yeah.
What is Seagull doing?
Big Red Tom. I exclusively use dual P 2020s. Thank you for 39 months. Okay, ranked updates. Ranked, by the way, ranked. Hello, Legends. Let's take a quick look at how ranked should shape up, review the changes. Ranked continues to attract a large portion of players, around 40% of all playtime, but this doesn't mean we can't look to make improvements. 40% of all playtime. I actually really enjoy stats like that because it shows that I remember, what was it? I think the Overwatch devs mentioned this briefly. This is kind of true of many, many games. It's more people in any game ever will play normal, right? Or unranked. And there's a small niche population that plays ranked, but the people who play ranked just no life it. They're just like grinding all day. And so when they sit here and they go around 40% of total playtime is in ranked, that's showing you just how powerful that like that niche audience is in Apex. There isn't going to be like a super massive, super huge, like large overall number of people, but the people who do play it play a shit ton. That's what they're trying to say. And that's fucking huge, by the way. 40% is fucking massive. Literally every streamer in Apex plays 12 hours of ranked a day. Well, yeah, but that's... Isn't that because in Apex, those guys, chat, they have to sit there and like... It's playtime. They just literally just need to make the number go up. So they sit there and they'll just play 12 to 16 hours a day until they get rank 1. They don't care. So water. Awesome, Kieran. Thank you. To fix an issue where the expired trails remain accessible for longer than they should have been. These trails will now expire. Trails from Series 1, 2 are still grandfathered in. You know, my only regret is not getting a Predator trail in Season 1. I could have done it so easily. I just didn't. No, I just never have one. Shiv stomps casuals for most of his stream now. Well, Shiv used to do just solo queue ranked every day. He did that for like ever. I haven't been watching Apex much this season. Maybe it's different now. Ranked BR escape. Quote, skill. I love it. Skill can be evaluated in all sorts of ways. The amalgamation of gun skill, movement, positioning, awareness, legend mastery, and prevailing over everyone else's champ that separates the lowly bronze. Lowly bronze from Apex Predators. With that in mind, we want to provide more flexibility and nuance so how players can express kill when RP gains are at stake. Before escape, measurements have been simple and straightforward. We gain RP on kill and a placement multiplier. Now we're easing back on some of the RP restrictions to offer more routes to max out kill RP. TLDR. Kill RP values now take differences between killer victim ranked into account. What? the kill RP cap is effectively being raised from 6 to 7. However, this kill-related RP cap can be reached in different ways, depending on tier differences and placement. Placement is still paramount. You must place first to have a chance at max RP. Okay, so in other words, if I kill a pred off drop, I get more kills than if a predator killed a bronze off drop. I like that. I'm down. Doesn't this just make... Yeah, so sounds cool. Yeah, the TLDR chat is if you're a lowly plat player and you get put into a predator lobby and you kill 2 people, that's like 4 kills. I'm just giving you like an example. And if you're high rank, then you're dog shit. So wait, it says here, to expand on the first point, tier differences between the killer and victim will be taken into account. For example, if a plat player kills a diamond, that kill is 12 instead of 10 RP. Victims do not lose more or less when they're killed. Only the killer gets the modifier. An encounter rate of someone of a 3+ tier difference is ultra rare, less than 0.1%. Ranked matchmaking is staying the same. So in general, you'll come across identical tiers. In cases where you squad up with a different rank friend or get into a different tier lobby, your KP will now be adjusted appropriately. After tier differences are taken into account, a flat per kill bonus is adjusted based on placement. Okay, wait. This is actually like big brain. I'm a big fan of this, I think. Wait, doesn't this just mean they're trying to fix... So in other words, the max kill point RP is 175. Any kill-related RP that exceeds after placement tier does not affect your total. Enough with the math, let's explain these changes as an example. As a platinum player, you party up with your diamond friend and matchmake into a lobby with similarly skilled players. You get second place with 6 kills and or assists against diamond players and 3 on plat players. Each kill on those diamond players is worth 12 points instead of the typical 10 because they are 1 tier higher than you. This leaves us with 12 times 6 plus 10 times 3 equals 102 RP. And then we take into placement into account, and the second, the per kill bonus is 10. So our 9 kills, including assists, times 10, the placement bonus is equal to 90 RP. Man, I'm actually a fan of how this is implemented, I think, from reading it, but also there's no way I'm going to know anything from playing the video game. Like, I think the only thing I'm going to understand is if I see a predator, I want to kill them because they're worth like 5 kills. And that's it. Dude, imagine walking into a plat lobby with a predator trail right now and everyone's just like, like, dude, not only do people want to kill you because they have a fancy trail, but now they're just like, holy fuck, this guy is just worth so many points right now, dude. Like, it'd be so funny. Holy shit. Like, every plat lobby is just holding W at the nearest predator player. If they're like, first off, there's not going to be that many situations where like a predator player ever ends at a plat lobby, right? But it's going to be so fun. Like, if it ever happens, it's going to be so funny, dude. Because look, if you're 1 tier down, let's look at just, you don't really need to know much except, right? Let's look at it like this. So wait a minute. Masters is considered its own tier. In high diamond, you're in predator lobbies. Is that considered 2 tiers? So if I'm a high diamond player who happens, let's say I'm diamond 1 and I happen to get yoinked into a predator lobby, do they consider master? Oh no, it's right here. Master and predator are treated the same tier. Okay, I was like, there's no way. Like, that would be fucked. Okay, we're good. I didn't read down here. Okay, so that just means then if you're in diamond, killing master players, which is pretty often, I think, like getting match made against master players, will just give you an extra 20% points. It's like, okay, cool. And then if you're a master player and you kill a bunch of diamonds, you just get shit. Same thing the other direction, but it feels worse. And if somehow you ever end up in a +2 scenario, well, +2 would actually be pretty easy, right? I would just group up with my friends and I get put in their lobby, and then I just get a shit ton of points. But my friends wouldn't, but I would. Anyway, overall, unless this has some like boosting implications, I enjoy the philosophy of the change. The idea that like we want your specific kill points to matter on specific players. That's it. This makes boosting super easy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like I don't know if boosting is even prevalent in Apex, but if it was, like, and you just duo queued with the boostee instead of like taking over their account or whatever, we'll see. It also probably means you get to your rank faster. Oh, that'd be cool. Ruins fewer overall games. Yeah, it could. Like, honestly, I just want to play it and see how it feels. That's how you kind of have to do it, because breaking down all of this stuff, looking at a chart, looking at math, looking at everything, it's kind of a waste, because I myself am not super in tune with, like, you know, it's like, what the fuck does 50 RP really mean in the grand scheme of things? Like, I don't actually know that number, right? But if you play it a little bit, you'll get a feel for it. And obviously the devs have put a lot of work into it to actually like break it down this much, right? Also, it says here, so is that the only change? Stay tuned. This is only the start of what we have in store for ranked improvements. Interesting. They're also doing ranked arenas. Now it's 2 splits. There's now soft MMR reset, new placements. So they're just trying to like make ranked arenas and normal ranked more similar to each other. Holy fuck, here we go. Dude, I am like slightly bittersweet when I read patch notes like this, chat, because they're so lengthy and so in depth because they have seasonal drops. And my bittersweet, cynical self is just like, imagine if Blizzard did this with Overwatch. And it's like, shut up. Stop having hope. Oh, God. Hopium? Nah, I mean, that's Overwatch 2 stuff, but it's just funny. Have you seen PoE streamers read patch notes? It's an 8-hour marathon. Okay, but Path of Exile... Okay, dude. Here, you guys... Okay, I played PoE for 1 day. You want to know what a Path of Exile streamer does? Any content creator? Their patch notes will be about 10 years long, right? It'll be longer than this. And then they walk in, they're just like, okay, guys... because we can't take these nodes anymore, we gotta like go over here and take these. I don't know if it's gonna work. They're doing adding this content, doing it like that's what PoE streamers do. They sit here for like days and they just break. They're like, you know, it's all just theory crafting and it's cool. I love it. I love the fact that the internet exists so that those people do that, so I don't have to. But also, just earlier I was talking about how fun it is to walk into games blind. Maybe PoE isn't that kind of game. Just saying. All right, let's move on. Move aside, Ash. This is Watson's season. We're ecstatic to finally share some long-anticipated Watson improvements. Her win rate and encounter win rate have always been above average. This could be for a multitude of reasons. Her defensive playstyle correlates to higher average placements. Watson mains are diehard loyalists. And her hitbox is the smallest in the game ever since Lifeline's adjustment. That's why I played her. Her hitbox was busted. Regardless, much of the high-level data we've shared does not match perception. Play a few games as Watson, you'll often find yourself wanting more out of her kit. The goal of these changes is to redistribute her invisible power into the parts of her kit that shape the battlefield in a unique way. We want to see what changes could spark more consistency and efficacy in her kit, and ideally ground some of the difficulty surrounding some of her abilities' work. We want to enable more active gameplay from Watson players by smoothing out the rough edges and placing fences. Responsiveness tweaks, longer range, faster CDs means that Watson can be much more quickly and reliably set up a defensive position or even use her fences and pylon in the midst of open combat in a pinch. I mean, you already could. If you're kiting through walls, you could try and do it. Like if you went through a door and just double tap fence and then turn with your gun out, you could kind of do it. But that was like the only situation. General. Improve the reliability and responsiveness of placing her tack and ultimate. Okay, so literally making it easier. to actually place. Watson cannot place her attack and ultimate objects on valid surfaces above her eye level to a reasonable extent. Okay. So like on cliffs, you don't have to climb the cliff. So like, let's say as an example, what they're trying to describe is like, if there's a, let's say you're hiding in a corner and there's like a small cliff above you, you don't have to climb the cliff to put the fences down. You can just put the fences down. Okay. General hitbox size increase to compensate for the removal of low profile. How could you do this to me? Feels bad, man. Her small hitbox was so damn nice. It was overpowered as fuck, but still. There's a bit of lag when placing the fence, so it takes some time to be active to the enemy. Well, that was the whole point. You'd want it to be that anyway, the time that delay would actually be good when it came to what's it called? Wow, she is way bigger, it feels like. That delay was actually good for playing fences on doors, by the way. Like if you put down a fence on the door, the delay would mean they opened it and ran in as it activated, so it was like perfect sync. It's really small. That's the only situation it was ever used. Her head is massive. Holy fuck. Also, I like that somehow before her head... Wait, look at this side profile before. The top of her head wasn't a hitbox, so I could actually click on her head and it wouldn't be a headshot. What the fuck? So strange. And that would actually make... I didn't know this before, but that explains why head peeking Watsons were really annoying. Because literally part of their head wasn't a hitbox. And yeah, it's going to be a lot nicer now. All right, let's read it. Oh, those are a lot of changes. All right, let's go. Let's go. Scrolling to the bottom of the fences. Increased damage on crossing a fence by 33%. Increased debuff duration on crossing a fence by double. Increase the time allowance to be hit by a subsequent fence by 100%. Okay, so it'll shock you every 1 second you're in the fence. And when you cross a fence, you're slowed like an arc star for 3 seconds. So you never want to push through a fence. Decreased recharge time by 50% from 30 to 15 seconds. So she can place a lot more fences. A lot more fences. Increased placement range by 50%. So she can drop that shit at a door even if she was not next to it. Decrease the delay between fences shutting off and reactivating after an ally passes through them. 1.0 to 0.4. Watson now moves at unarmed speed while readying and placing fences. So she actually moves faster, does it all faster, and literally like walks faster. Fence nodes can now be placed as the weapon is readied instead of waiting for the animation to finish. Okay, that's going to make it way more responsive. Okay, so she is just going to... Yeah, she's just fast. But notice there's nothing else with the fences activating themselves faster. Right? Like the delay of the fence building is still exactly the same. But she herself can put down the rods faster. Like when she's swapping weapons, right, to the fence. It's just to make it feel nicer and be better. And then also if anyone ever pushes a fence, they're fucked. That's pretty much what this means. And the responsiveness is actually going to be really huge for situations where you are chasing a Watson, I think. Imagine chasing a Watson with this change, and you know that if she drops 2 fences around a corner, she can do that in a heartbeat and then immediately shoot you. And then you're stuck for 3 seconds and you took 20 damage. That's a lot. And she can do it very often, 15 seconds. You guys remember there used to be this bug, and I'm kind of curious if this is still the case, of... What was it? There was a tournament I played in. If everyone played Watson in an in-game zone, everyone's game would crash. I wonder if they ever fixed it. I don't know if you guys remember this. It would basically say, like, if you were in World's Edge and Capital City, and you turned your camera, like, in-game character to look around, and you saw too many fences on the screen at once, your game would crash. That was a bug about a year ago when I was playing in a tournament. Also, what's up, Swimmer? How you doing? Honestly, I'm doing pretty well. I'm enjoying the Watson changes. Engine overload, yeah. I don't know if they ever fixed it. Oh. Interception pylon ultimate. The pylon has been significantly reworked. Reduce the number of active pylons Watson can place from 3 to 1. Can you only do that? Wait. The pylon now lasts forever? The pylon now has a pool of 250 shields that can be distributed instead of infinite shields. Increase the pylon shield recharge rate by 150% and smoothed it from 2 to 5. What? When a pylon is out of shields, it no longer recharges shields but zaps incoming ordnance. Taking damage while regenning shields delays further regen by 1 second. Holy shit. That's very fast. What is this, trash? I think it's not actually trash. The 250 HP is kind of annoying, though. I agree with that. The 250 HP is like a big nerf. But the regen speed means if you drop it and you don't use it to poke, instead you take a fight with it, chat, more than doubling the regen you get is kind of insane. But also, what they're trying to encourage you is like, you should not have infinite poke by playing a Watson ult. They just don't want you to do that, which I think is actually better for the game itself, honestly. The idea that you would just like drop a pylon for 90 seconds and the next minute and a half you'd be able to peek and have infinite chip damage on other people was really annoying. And the idea now that the pylon does last forever for grenades is also really, really good, I think. I don't know. I think I'm a fan. I doubt anyone ever got 250 worth of shield out of pylon anyway because of how slow it healed before. Well, no, I mean, think about it. Just as an example, 2 HP per second, 2 per second, or more accurately, 1 per 0.5, okay. 2 shields per second on an entire team. Remember, your entire team's playing around it, so you have all 3 of you, right? Playing even there for like 10 seconds, which is pretty common, right? Maybe not everyone's regenning all the time, but maybe it's pretty common, right? Like it adds up really fast, so. It would give up to 540 shield over 90 seconds. Yeah, so like 10 seconds would be 60 total healing on the old system. Yeah. But now, I don't know. I'm just a fan. I like it. Also, let's be honest, the biggest thing about Watson's ultimate was always the grenade blocking. Not necessarily I mean, the chip damage is really, really, really good, right? But like, just being able to plop that shit down again and know, like 100% know that you're safe from grenade spam is still good, so. Also, I should probably keep reading, because there's still other stuff too. The UI now displays the amount of shields. Pinging a friendly pylon displays the amount of shields in the pylon. Pylon zapping has been moderately reworked. Ordnance is now zapped when the pylon detects it would hit any surface within range in LOS. Oh. This means, chat, that your teammates can now throw grenades. And it will not eat it, including you. That is amazing. That's a nice buff. So now, unless your teammates are throwing a grenade within LOS of the Watson, then not LOS, but like if it would land next to the pylon, it won't eat it. It's like tracking where it's going to land, and then it'll eat it. So as an example, right? If you're a caustic and you throw your ult at another team, but you're next to your own teammate's Watson ult, it doesn't eat it because the projectile of the grenade, the gas grenade, is supposed to be going to another team. And then it says, as part of the changes, current issues with the pylon does not reliably zap ordnance, particularly airstrikes and ordnance that bounced off of surfaces near it should now be addressed. So it's more consistent too. So yeah, I think it's overall, it sounds just fucking nice, man. Like you just get to put down more fences, right? Let's look overall. They nerfed her hitbox, which is massive. That hitbox, she's really big now, which is really annoying. They made it so she can put down her fences easier. Her fences do more damage. If anyone runs through a fence, they take 3 seconds of being stunned or like slowed, which is insane. And then on top of that, the most important part about this, she now gets 50% more fences. Well, decrease recharge time by 50%, right? That's actually more than that, but you get the idea. It make him more responsive. She can place them faster when she pulls it out. So she can use this easier in combat. She has more of them available. Double debuff when someone runs through, and the damage increased. And when she drops her ult lasts forever again, but it just doesn't heal you forever. But now your teammates can throw grenades out of it. It just seems insane. Like, I feel like there's going to be... It's going to be pretty good. I want to try her. I'm a fan of being able to throw grenades. That was like the most annoying thing about Wattson by far. So they nerfed her hitbox and buffed her fences in return. Yeah, then they made it so she can't just read. She's not like the shield bot, but her ultimate is back where, like, if you drop her ult in a corner, no one can grenade you. And it lasts forever. And that's really cool. So...
I fucking hate Seagull.
Anyway, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this so far. I want to play. Maybe I become a Wattson god next patch, chat. You can camp a building again. Yeah, exactly. You can actually like full sit in a building and just AFK. Wait, is that the only change, by the way, to any character? Just curious. Interesting. They only buffed Wattson. Huh. I like it. I haven't played this season, so I don't know anything. Let's read the rest. This season, the triple take returns to the floor, taking its place as the scout. The scout enters a supply drop with its old friend, the double tap. Oh, fuck, the double tap. Oh, my God. Pop-ups. Dual shell. Each round loaded in the Mastiff for 33 repeater is now doubled. Whoa. I actually like that, just to make it easier to reload. I like the Mastiff. I'm a fan. Fully kitted rotation. We now added the Mastiff, the 3030 repeater, the carbine, the car, and the longbow. Wait, does this mean carbine is gone? Okay, wait. I need to keep reading. The triple take was missed in the patch notes, but it now takes energy again. Fully kitted. Oh, fully kitted, not care package. Oh, okay. My bad. We're still safe then. Whew. Eva 8 fire rate reduced. I'm a fan. I don't like the Eva. The more this gets nerfed, the more I'll see the Peacekeeper, and I like the Peacekeeper and I actually like the Mastiff. I feel like the Mastiff is the most fair shotgun to play against most of the time. Usually. PK, slightly increased pellet size, choke time reduced from 1.5 to... Oh, no. Oh. Why are you buffing the PK? Slightly increased pellet size, choke up time reduced from 1.5 to 1.25. Choked up shots remain tight for slightly longer when you exit ADS. Oh, so in other words, you're gonna hold ADS when you peek a corner, un-ADS when you finally full peek, and then just fucking blast them. We're probably going back to the PK meta then. I remember, well, it gets pretty degen. When the Peacekeeper is like a really, really good gun and everyone has one corner peeking, it's kind of annoying. But that's why I like the Mastiff, because it's like the Mastiff is the in-between between the Eva and the PK. And I didn't like either of them, but it felt okay playing the Mastiff. If they improve the consistency of it, that's fine. So the other reason I didn't like the PK was because... Well, this is more of a general Apex thing. Guns that shoot slow feel really bad if a no-reg happens. And it felt like that happened a decent amount. But I mean, I'm down. I'll just use the Peacekeeper again, I guess. Longbow reduced 60 to 55. Walking back, a recent buff to Longbow that proved unnecessary. We wanted to give it some love to all the recent marksman updates, but it seems the Longbow is just fine. Well, yeah, the Longbow... But didn't that change... I want to say this... it doesn't sound like much, but it changed a breakpoint on like a common armor helmet. There's like some really weird breakpoints in Apex that I don't know all of them on, but I think this is not surprising. Longbow is pretty good from what I remember. I didn't play that much last season, but when I played at the start, Longbow felt really fucking nice. It was so cool. L-Star. Reduced barrel effectiveness, significantly reduced collision size of projectiles, damage reduced from 18 to 17. L-Star has been a force to be reckoned with this season for taking a big swing, hitting its projectile size and damage to bring it down a notch. Yeah, fuck the L-Star. No one likes the L-Star. It means instead of 3-shotting blue armor, now 4 shots blue armor. Oh, okay. Capital D colon. Dude, I'm just telling you, man. The L-Star, like... It was too easy to hit people because the bullets were too good. Like, not good. Big. Let me put it that way. The bullets that it shot just felt so massive that it was hard to miss in comparison to using other guns. That's why I didn't like the L-Star. And also, it still makes me kind of blind, too. I don't know why. Let's look at... What else? What else? And also, the whole idea that you never have to reload, and if you properly manage heat, would suck. G7 Scout. Increased damage from 34 to 36. Double tap added to G7 Scout. With the G7 Scout and a supply drop giving it the bump in damage. And adding back on the retired double tap to give it some extra spice. Does the Scout really need a buff at all? Is this like what is this? I assume this is changing another breakpoint somewhere that I don't know of off the top of my head. I'm just going to assume. Because I felt like the Scout was really like not bad. Why touch it at all? Especially the same, whatever. We're fine. It's supply drop? Oh. Well. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Because it's just going to be a red package, so who cares? I take it back. Yeah. That makes more sense. Scout was my main weapon, Pepe hands. Well, it's okay. Actually, it's not okay. Just go Hemlock now. I don't think many people like the Hemlock in the Apex scene, but I think they're just... They're all used to the old school Hemlock when it got super giga buff that one season, so that they, in their minds, they all compare it to that. You know what I mean? Hemlock feels bad. I would try a 30-30 then. Be a 30-30 or Hemlock and try them. Is the 301 change too? Not yet that I've seen. Pros are playing with Rampage to break doors and surprise teams. Yeah, but that sounds pretty bad because the Rampage actually has horrible DPS. Like, if you ever actually try to fight somebody with it, even with a Thermite, it's really bad. Kind of surprising. I guess, I mean, obviously breaking doors is really important, but yeah. Long range, I'd be surprised. Supply drop weapon rates. Early game crates increase 25 to 50, mid 50 to 75, late game 75 to 100. Pushing a supply drop in the end game and whiffing on a weapon feels pretty rough. True. I want a Kraber every time, Dev. We want to improve the reliability of crate weapons at a supply drops throughout all phases of the game. Don't worry, we're adjusting we're adjusting Kraber spawn rates accordingly to keep them in line. Oh, kind of weird, devs. Fuck. It's okay. It makes sense. They just don't want to make Krabers really common because Kraber getting one shot sucks. But I like Krabers. Even though getting shot by a Kraber sucks, I like to have them. So. Hot zone gold loot. Increase the amount of gold loot that spawns in hot zones. Hot zones can sometimes feel a bit lackluster, so injecting more high tier loot into these zones to make them enticing drops. That's actually really important because I don't know. I actually completely started ignoring hot drops for the most part, or the hot zone areas, because hot zones, they never felt consistent enough to actually be that important. So most of the time I didn't even pay attention to them. So now if they're going to make it so that golds are more common, maybe people will pay more attention to what hot zones are. The comp scene kind of hates Krabers. Oh, well, of course they would, dude. If you're dude, imagine playing in competitive Apex, dude. Not only do you running around, like you have to like have everyone on their heads on a swivel, spinning 360 at all times to make sure that you aren't getting bullshit octane jump padded on by some dumbass who doesn't have audio. There's going to be some other dumbass who's 16, probably has 30,000 hours in the last 2 weeks, and he has a Kraber. And you're going to get one shot. And it's RNG, and you're never going to know. Look, of course a pro player is going to be angry at a Kraber. Like, they're just going to be upset. And there's not... But, like... There's nothing you can do to make those people happy because Apex is kind of fucked in general. It's a battle royale for competitive play, so no matter what you do, a battle royale will always have some janky ass shit in it because fundamentally it's supposed to be more mass appealing than what's needed for a competitive like scene to like fully cater to them. Like there's always going to be some bullshit. They used to be, the first one was gold res. Do you guys remember they used to have gold res enabled in the competitive scene? And then they realized, like, wait, this is so fucking dumb. Like, these guys are dying, and they just sit there with their shield up, and no one can kill them, and then they get placed higher. Like, that's actual RNG. We should remove it. So they did. Next up, like you said, you're getting mad at the Kraber? Yeah, they probably should remove the Kraber. Unfortunately, stuff like that is like a whole discussion in itself. Like, how much should a game change for the competitive scene to be its own thing? I come from Team Fortress 2. From back in the day, right? And we had our own rules for everything because Valve, like TF2 was a really casual game, and so Valve had all these insane bullshit items that were added for fun. But a lot of that stuff isn't actually good in the like when people start no-lifing something, so you have to actually change it yourself. So it gets weird because you want to make it so that the competitive scene has rules and everything to make it better for the people who engage in that type of play and are like no lifing and degen, but then you also want to make it so that you aren't completely alienating most people who play the game normally. And so like that give and take is really awkward and difficult to handle. Wasn't it you who convinced the comp scene to use quick fix and comp? That was fun. Yeah, it's been 10 years and I still yeah, that was me. So there, in late TF2, there was, one second. Boomer. Why are you calling me a boomer? Stop. She just enters into the room, calls me a boomer and leaves. What the fuck? Cool. Oh, fuck. Not wrong. Not actually. Holy shit. Not wrong. She just fucking drive-by'd me. So anyway, I convinced the nerds of Team Fortress 2 back then to allow one weapon, just one, that was really fun. It let the medic like rocket jump with the person you were healing, right? And so we enabled it and it broke the game. Like fully broke. What happened at the next LAN tournament that was enabled was a 45-minute stalemate where no one could move, no one could fight, no one could do anything. It was 40 minutes long where no one could attack because of this one weapon that was enabled, and it fully broke the game. Like imagine in Overwatch if there was a team like instead of it being like stopwatch, if it was the team has to capture the objective and the team couldn't capture for 45 minutes because of how strong it was. It was like it was bad. But yeah, anyway, so that's back to that topic. Was sometimes enabling anything into the comp stuff can be bad. Also, not just casual versus competitive, but viewers also tend to like stuff professionals hate. Yeah, that's true. Like if I'm a casual viewer, I'm gonna be honest. Like if I could watch a random pro streamer who's not even a pro streamer, right? Like if I'm a casual viewer, also I'm kind of sadistic in that way. Like if I could watch a pro player rage at getting one shot by a Kraber, I am watching that. Like that's me. I'm in the chat laughing 100%. Like I want to see that guy get one shot by a Kraber. Right? Like I'm that guy who, if someone picks up a Kraber, right, and I'm watching that POV, if they get a headshot, I'm going to the other player they headshot and just watch their reaction. I just want to see, like, just imagine, dude, you're like a pro player, you put in like 100 hours into this week just practicing for one tournament, dude, and you sit there and just get one tap by some bullshit RNG Kraber across the map. I want to see that dude's reaction 100%. That is 100% me. And then spamming Keck W in the chat. Yes, that is 100% me, dude. And that, dude, I feel like tournaments these days appeal to me like that. Like they'll sit there, like the tournament POV. They all understand this, dude. Everyone loves that. You're evil as fuck, Seagull. What do you mean, dude? Swimmer, you played in Overwatch League. Every tournament knows this, and watching the player reactions is hilarious, dude. You sit there and like. They'll sit there. Some guy will get headshot, and they're like, you know, the tournament operator is like, yo, that player right now, he's fucking crying. Pull his camera right now. And so this guy's sitting there. He's just like, I just got fucking headshot, and they're like, oh yeah, give me that fucking camera. Like the tourney operator is 100% like that. I guarantee it. They just want to see. Prove me wrong, chat. It's like that in every video game. You go watch Worlds. You go watch anything. When a team loses, they like, oh yeah, fucking zoom in on that shit. Like, it's so funny, dude. Oh, fuck. Zoom in on the tears. Dude, it's like the Cartman meme from South Park. I just imagine the tournament operator who's controlling the cameras right there is just Cartman. Like, he's sitting there, he's just like, oh yeah, cry, bitch. Like, he's like, oh yeah, like, get that fucking camera in there. It's dude, I swear it's like that, man. It's so fucking funny. Enhance the suffering. The funniest part, dude, it's not even like, okay, to be fair, it's not like they're actually searching for the suffering. They're trying to find, like, to show you what the players are feeling at a given point in time. But it's really funny. That is all. The essence of pro play. It really is. Fuck. All right, what else did I miss, by the way, of these patch notes? I've just been sitting here reminiscing. Look at this. You can actually pinpoint the exact moment the headshot crater connects and his heart breaks. Fuck. Can someone clip this for next time Seagull gets Krabered in Apex? Oh, 100%. Like, I'm the guy who rages at getting Krabered, and I am 100% the guy who loves to watch people get Krabered. Artie, thank you for 4 months. Crafting. Increased ammo from crafting. Wait. The best highlight of League Worlds is a player straight up not pushing an invincibility button. You can see him on cam, him saying, oh, I'm trolling. It's the best, dude. Okay, look at all these ammos, dude. In case you guys need ammo, don't worry, we got it. I like this. It means you don't have to sit there and craft like 20 times on a crafter. That was actually really annoying. Or when you got zombs with a gas barrel. Wait, true, dude. I think it was 2017 Worlds where Uzi or Deft lost a game where down 0-2 and all players went to the back, talked to coaches, and the guy just sat his PC during the entire mission and immediately slams pipe in the next 3 games. That's fucking awesome, though. Actually, the best highlight was the guy who's exposed for leaking his own strats to a girl so she could win a bet because he was thirsty the evening before his game. Wait, what? Dude, that's actually illegal and also hilarious. Dude, what the fuck? How's the league scene that wild sometimes? Goddamn. I mean, the Dota scene is the real wild shit. He got banned for it, and it was also a catfish. Wait, what? Stop, that's so funny. Fuck. 322? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm... Yeah, exactly. 322, by the way. There's so many. Like, the 322 story is actually more sad because I feel like the fact that you had a pro player throwing a game to make $322 says more about your professional scene than it does about the fact that he did that. You know, like, it's not just throwing. It's like, God, he's in such rough shape that the guy who's apparently a pro player in your game makes no... That's Dota? Yeah, I know. And the reason I know that, like, it's the same type of thing why, yeah, like it's like all those old school CS players who were throwing back in the day, right? It's like they didn't really make much money, and so they just started tossing shit. Feels fucking bad. It's just dumb. All the money is in TI. Yeah, Dota in general is a really weird scene because all of it is TI centric. It's fucked. You're either rich or you're not rich, but then also, yeah. Also, wait, let's keep going because I don't know if there's anything. It looks like there's not much else. We can finish these patch notes real quick. Eva point. Oh, they made it so you armor crafting gives you 150 now. Nice. So crafting what ammo and armor is good. Sniper bundle with the shotgun bundle. Enemy NPC updates. Prowler health across the game has gone up from 90 to 114. So they're buffing the PvE. And it looks like you now get 25% of the damage you do against AI people. Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. So if you PvE, you get 25% progression towards your shit. This is weapon price updates. I don't know any of these breakpoints. I didn't play Arena this season. I know nothing. Quality of life added VO for players at calm. They're out of ammo. Well, that's convenient. UI teammates will now show their self-resing. Bug fixes. You know, I'm just going to do something quick, chat. Let's control F, bottom left. Audio. Let's see. Audio fix for cases where music plays in the middle of a BR match. Could be important. Audio fix for cases where VO for map changes doubles up. Audio fix for Rampart Takeover where vending machines play no sound. Reached end of page. Well, that's disappointing. Feels bad. Wait. This is actually an actual change. Reduce hitbox size for crafting canisters to better fix its shape. You used to hide behind this thing, chat, and no one could hit you. They would bust it. Do control F sound. Control F sound. No, only one. We got nothing. Footsteps. Phrase not found. All right, it's fine. They'll fix it next season. Okay, real talk. I meme about it a little bit, but what I'm saying, like, I don't think they can actually fix it because it's just old technology, and it's like decisions that were made so many years ago that I don't think they need to redo like the entirety of the engine to fix stuff. Like, just get better tech. So, okay, I'm just going to give my own thoughts on this really quick. CSGO doesn't have this issue. Well, CSGO revamped their... Okay, first off, CSGO did revamp their audio, right? I think Apex revamped was a branch from the Source engine, right? If you think about it, chat, Apex is a branch from the Source engine that is like effectively their own branch that they made Titanfall off of like 8 years ago. And so they are restricted and constrained by the fact that it's like, in order to fix Footsteps, maybe they have to just go change the whole fucking audio engine. And the amount of work that would take means that you're not going to have a season. It's like, okay, is it really worth losing an entire season of content to go fix audio? Some people will say yes, but the vast majority of people and their bottom line say no. So they're going to say no. Siege has done this in the past, I think, where they had like it was like Operation Health or something like that, where they cut an entire season and said, hey, we have too many bugs. We need to do a bug fix season. But I don't know, like at some point Apex might have to do that. But they like it's gonna have to get kind of bad. And I mean the game is jank, but honestly I consider it magical that they even somehow got this far on the Source engine. Operation Health was the bug? Yeah, I don't know anything. It's already pretty rough. There's a lot of complaining on the Reddit. Love the fact I called it the Reddit. I love that. It feels like they pushed Source to the bloody maximum, honestly. Well, basically, if you think about the conditions in which Apex was created, after Titanfall 2, they spun Titanfall 3 into Apex. And they just reused as many assets as they could. The same universe, same engine, same combat, same netcode, same everything. And they somehow spun it out and made it work. And so unfortunately, the decisions made back when they didn't have the resources or the manpower to fix a lot of those issues, like, Now we have to suffer because their game blew up. But eventually, someday, maybe it'll fix it. Suffer. The same characters. Hey, man. Hey, Ash is here. It will be fixed, Copium. Listen, all I'm saying is someday it'll be fixed, okay? Someday. Maybe. In the far future. Just saying. You never know. For sure. Thanks, chat. Will this be before or after Overwatch 2 releases? Stop. Holy fuck, dude. Uzinator, thank you for 33 months. God damn it. It's toxic, a little bit toxic. It's more likely to take the game engine to a different engine like Unreal. I feel like swapping engines like that is an insane call. I don't know if they'd ever do it. Maybe it'd take them so many years probably to figure it out. Who knows, man? Overwatch 2 will be out in 2022. Well, it better be. I mean, okay, talk about Overwatch 2 release date for a sec. Chat, there's no way the game can't... It has to release summer 2022. We already know this. You don't let Overwatch League play on it professionally and don't have, like, betas tied in. You don't have, like, a release. Like, you're good. That's it. We already know this. We do. So much copium. Hey, they canceled BlizzCon. Wait, we haven't talked about that yet, have we, chat? They did, in fact, cancel online BlizzCon. They did, chat. So, listen. Okay, look. They they did? Yes. BlizzCon 2022 canceled. Fucking, it's somewhere. They talk about it. Indefinite hold. All these people are just reposting the same thing they did. But there's at the bottom. I found it. Reimagining BlizzCon. All right, look. Take a pause in the previously announced BlizzCon event for next year. This was a tough decision for all of us to make, but it's the right one. Blah, 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 blah. But we have a lot. Wait. One thing we want to make clear. Even though we're not holding BlizzCon Online, we'll be still making announcements for our games. We're proud of our teams and the progress they've made. We have a lot of exciting news and releases to share with you. Don't worry, guys. We're good. It'll be fine. Updates for games. Full on copium. You guys, all I'm saying is, man, I don't think it's that surprising they cancel online BlizzCon and just roll in with like another dev stream, for example, and just... Okay, in a perfect world, chat, all right? In a perfect world, copium reserves running low. No. Here's how I think it should play out. They'll show 2 new Overwatch skins. Okay, whoever in marketing made that call to go on the Gamescom stage in front of 400,000 people and be like, yeah, here's what like Sombra looks like in Overwatch 2 or whatever. Okay, that was a bad call. I'm just saying that looked really bad. Just show up and you're like, guys, here's Overwatch 2, and it's just like a skin. You're like, fuck. It's not good, man. But anyway, all I'm saying is, all right. Also, Quag, that is probably true. They did it. Wait, Quag, the best part is they did the reverse. Quag said they didn't reassign all the Overwatch 2 PV devs to the next WoW expansion, Copium. So that's an advanced... That might be a little advanced for a meme for the people in chat, because most people in chat probably don't realize that the Overwatch team at one point, they talked about this. It was like an off comment and interview. I have to go track it down again. They talked about how the Overwatch team had to move onto Shadowlands to help them ship Shadowlands because the expansion was that far behind. So it would not at all surprise me if that happened again with the next WoW expansion. If like you know, because WoW just makes them so much fucking money with monthly subs and shit that maybe who the fuck knows. When do you think they'll show PV stuff? They will play that extremely close to the chest, and they have to play that very, very well. I would not expect to see anything until like next April at least. Mostly because I don't, maybe not April, because April would be when. Wait, what day does Overwatch League next season start? That's the day. That's the only true day we know. Right? If they have to do that twice, what is even happening at the company? Well, keep in mind that was in the middle of like COVID hitting in the middle of Shadowlands launch. So like, obviously Blizzard is gonna like shit the bed on Shadowlands when it hits in the middle of COVID and transitioning to work from home. But so April at the start of my head. So that means, right? If you want to just map out in general how it's going to work, Overwatch 2 gets showcased by pro players and Overwatch League moves to that late April, I think. No matter what, that's publicly confirmed, right? The date is confirmed. They're playing on it and everything. If you're a game dev, you definitely want to tie in a beta weekend or anything to that date as well. And I guarantee it because they've already done it, right? You would go, yeah, let's launch a beta on this day or this night or this weekend. And then you can only get in if you watch Overwatch League. And they would probably do that instead of the Valorant style because they would want all the drops on the viewers to go to Overwatch League because of the fucking money involved. Or the week before to hype. Yeah, exactly. So by that point, I would hopefully assume that they would hit a release date of like summer. Who knows? YouTube drops, Pepe laugh. They have YouTube drops though. We've had those before. So who knows? And before they show 2 more reworks? Yeah, maybe. I don't want to get Sunlock for too long. I can go for another half hour easy. This all assumes they have a playable game in summer 2022? Okay, dude. How long has it been since Overwatch 2 was announced initially? 2 years now. Right? Fuck, it's been a long time. Wait, I was there. Oh God, I was there. I remember. Any thoughts on Frostgiant, or you think RTS genre is dead for good? RTSs aren't dead. They just have to actually be very creative, I think. Didn't they have a playable demo 2 years ago? I don't know. I mean, they did, but like, who knows what the game is actually like now? The worst case scenario that I genuinely hope is not the case, but I think it's the most likely, is they were working on to make Overwatch a very large PvE game like Destiny. And they worked on that for years, and then they realized it was going to take too much time, so they just cut it down. And now they pivoted and they went back to PvP focus, and they're just trying to get it out the door so they don't waste enough money. That is the worst case scenario, because it means that everything would just be like not as good as it could be. Have I played New World at all lately? Oh God, wait, I got linked to New World stuff. Oh no, wait, I gotta find the link now. New World, dude. So apparently, okay, more Stunlock, just a little bit. Okay, let me give you the easiest example. First off, I already uninstalled New World. The second part is apparently people in New World figured out that like a lot of the game is client side, not server side. So if you intentionally lag your game while you're doing anything, you're invulnerable. So what people are doing in New World is going invulnerable doing anything in the game. So what you do is, I'll show you a video. this is, people have been talking about this. This has been blowing up in the New World game, by the way. Like in the New World scene, like the subreddit, everybody's like freaking the fuck out. Because people are figuring out this happens. Here we go. This is a quick example, right?
But
basically, you just skip to random parts.
no change.
If you play in windowed mode and then you intentionally lag your game by dragging the window while you're mid dodge, you're invulnerable and no one can hit you. That's like on a fundamental level how broken this game is. So he's showing how he's taking damage right now, right?
If I just do the regular hold the window trick, we can stack up some damage.
So now he's just taking damage. He's showing if he lags normally, he takes damage.
If you start a roll, press escape, and then move your window around while the client still thinks you are in an invulnerability frame state, it seems that the enemies stop attacking you.
No, it's not just that they stop attacking you. You're literally invulnerable. See, he's taking no
I
damage.
wonder if we can.
And then if you skip through, he just does more and more monsters.
Middle of a roll, drop any of the aggro.
So he just does it with like 4 or 5 enemies.
I have started my roll, pressed escape, held the window. My roll is definitely finished by now. I should be standing up. The server should be stacking up damage requests against me. Let's see what happens when I release left click and press escape again.
Still exactly the same health, never took damage. So apparently what people are doing is this trick has gone public. Trick, by the way. And so people in PvP, the PvP system in New World, how it works is you control points, right? So you go onto the point, you roll, and then you click on your window and drag it, and then you're invulnerable while capping. So everyone just does that and they go on the point. People are posting more exploits right now in chat. There is a bug where if you drop a healing circle on the ground, then crouch over and over, it heals every time you crouch, so healers all teabag. If you're offline when an auction sells, you don't get any money. Like, there's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of bugs. And I actually don't know how you solve some of those. Just on the fundamental level of like, how do you solve that much being client side? I don't know, but it's kind of funny. I have no idea. Sounds like a lack of network QA. Well, no, it just means I guarantee it that like you're right, but also I guarantee you, not guarantee, but I would be so surprised if someone didn't internally call this out at some point and they were like, yeah, but it's going to cost us too much time or money, like so many other bugs. So they just got it out the door. That's what I feel like. That's a fundamental design flaw. I don't know. It's just funny. Amazon, by the way, can't afford it. Well, no, like what Shade was talking about in chat. Just because you're owned by Amazon doesn't mean you have infinite money. But like the same idea is okay. The same idea, chat, is Twitch, for example, is owned by Amazon, but it's not like Amazon, or it's not like Twitch has a lot of money. Twitch, for the most part, Twitch doesn't make that much money, weirdly enough, because online video costs a shit ton. And it's a lot of money to run a site like this, which is why Twitch is doing dumb shit like this. The paid boost stream experiment is now live. Hey guys, you want to pay some money to boost my stream? Just one boost, just one small hit, chat. You guys want? Holy fuck. $5 for 5,000? What's 5,000 supposed to be anyway? Oh, 5,000 recommendations. Boost this stream. Apparently, they had this idea about a month ago, September 30th, and everyone made fun of it, and apparently they just put it live today. So, yeah. They are trying to monetize how people find people on Twitch. And it feels particularly evil on Twitch, where Twitch already has a lot of parasocial relationships in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of streamers on Twitch do this, right? Where it's almost reality TV. They stream like their whole life. I, for the most part, been like super private, but a lot of people are a lot more open about it, right? And then the idea that people would literally buy into that and be like, yeah, I'm going to go and pay because I love this streamer so much. I want them to get more popular, and for them to feel literally invested, it would be so weird. It just feels kind of gross. The idea that you're trying to do that or like monetize that specific group of people feels gross. I don't know. Spectral Owl, Shane, Uzinator, Sam, thank you. The pay to win goes next level. No, it's weird. It's just it's weird because boosting top streamers. Other people paying out the streamer themselves? Yes. So like instead of donating to the streamer as an example, you would pay $5 so they get more popular. That's what they're trying. They're trying to like yoink the money. It's so weird. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just weird. It's, I don't know. It sounds so dumb. Yeah. And then if you think about the end game of stuff like that, then it just gets even more weird. Like what? Everybody's paying to boost each other. It's like you're literally just the idea of, hey guys, can my stream please pay for my exposure? It's so funny. Fuck, man. View botting is fine as long as you pay Twitch to do it. Well, we've already, in the grand scheme of things, chat, view botting has been fine on Twitch for a long time. We don't call it view botting anymore. We call it embedding. Embedding is different. It's totally different, guys. I just have 20,000 people on my Wikipedia page watching my stream. It's totally different. Okay? Just saying. It's not view botting at all. Extra life. Well, the best part is that's not even the only person who does it. Other people, like if you guys go online, like it's very common. I don't know. It's very, very common among streamers at that point to either every once in a while the streamer doesn't even know that's happening to them either. I've seen situations where like a streamer's doing a sponsored bit for somebody and the brand actually then goes in and embeds their stream everywhere. Then that gets weird. Chronozella, they were 28 months. You block pick those streams out of the wiki. Yeah, I can see that. Someone explain embed. Embedding means if you scroll down on a web page, there'll be a stream that auto plays in the corner, and you are considered a viewer for that stream. And then so if you put them across a ton of Wikipedia pages and a ton of other stuff, then you'll get a ton of viewers. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. Twitch embedded Lyric on Reddit, and he had 100K viewers. Yeah, Lyric gained like 60,000 viewers by getting embedded into random places on Reddit. And I guarantee you, I hope to God that Lyric sat there and just clicked the add button. Feels good. He did? The money printer, dude. Do you think Lost Ark will kill New World? If the okay. They have released slight monetization details about Lost Ark, and I need to do more research into seeing how much it's going to change. First, I agree with most people in chat. New World is going to have its own issues that cause New World to either do good or not gooder, you know? But Lost Ark, I think, is probably the most polished high-end MMO that's going to be released for an extremely long time. I'll be very, very surprised if it doesn't do well. Even with horrible monetization, it will probably blow up. Lost Ark has, because it was released in Asia first, it has a like complete like shit ton of content built over like 8 years or however long it's been out, and it's already extremely well polished, an obscene amount of money put into it. They have raids, they have in-game content, everything top to bottom is done. The only horrible part about it is the monetization that is pay to win bullshit garbage. And so if that is taken out when it gets released to the West, it will be really, 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 really good. And that's gonna see what we'll see what happens. No, I released 2018. Okay, you get what I mean though, right? The idea of like they've already been patching and building content for so long, so when they drop it into another region, it's not like New World or like a new MMO that's releasing truly for the first time. I don't know if I'm describing this well, but I hope I am. This sounds like copium. Oh yeah, I 70%, like I'm 90% sure that Lost Ark will be pay to win garbage on release and will kill the game. But if it's not, the game itself will be amazing. It'll be great. That is all. MMOs without pay to win is like an FPS without guns. I mean, most MMOs are not pay to win. What do you think about this? There's going to be somebody in chat right now arguing that WoW is pay to win. I know it. Unless he's trying to make a meme about like, oh, you have a monthly sub, therefore pay to win. But of course, they are actually doing more than the 1.0. They talked about that a little bit. I think in the beta they said they're already changing parts of it. WoW is pay to win with a token and boosts. Yeah, it's like you could argue that if you paid enough in WoW tokens that you could buy an in-game boost from other players for gold. You could do that. But also, I don't know if I'd still consider that fully pay to win. It's weird. It's in this like really weird gray area because the token exists. If the token didn't exist, it's whatever. WoW tokens 100% not buying in-game fictional currency with real money kappa. You could have done it before just illegally. I think there's like a certain difference here that I just don't know what the difference is. I think the difference, I agree with tie-dye a little bit. The difference is like you're paying for something. It's not pay to win because you're not paying for a direct advantage. Being like, what's the advantage I'm trying to say is like, I spent money, therefore I'm better than you straight up that you could do normally. It's, I suck at this video game and I converted real life money to in-game currency so that way I can give you this in-game currency and hope to God that you carry me through all this other stuff. I don't know if that's really, it's not really an advantage. It's like you just get to do the thing that other people are doing with money. And there's like a subtle difference somewhere in there. I just don't know what it is. I have to think about it more. They are making literal raid gear you can buy with cash. You talking about Lost Ark? Yeah, it's horrible. Not only Lost Ark could you directly buy gear and everything with literal money, but also Lost Ark would then make their version of like tiers and item level go up so often, so they would milk as much money from the whales as possible. If that makes sense. So like, for example, in WoW, right? WoW token is using a middleman. Lost Ark is like, instead of buying a token to buy a BOE raid item, you just buy the item from the store. Yeah. I guess, yeah. It's kind of like paying for a boost in MOBAs where your account gets boosted to a high elo, but then afterwards it's just your own skill, and if you don't have better chances than others playing at that elo. I guess what I think that paid carries for the most part should just be banned in general, but I don't know. I do not know. All I know is that it's weird because it fucks with the game. At least in WoW. Like, if you play WoW regularly, you are expected to probably do those boosts in order to fund your own raid progression. But I think that's also a consequence, not of the boosts themselves, but because everything in WoW is very expensive. And so it gets very complicated. Final Fantasy banned boosting recently, or so I hear. They did two things. There's like two things they announced and they did. They did, what was it? They made it so you yourself could not advertise that you want to boost people. But they didn't explicitly make it against TOS. Like, if you, a player, wanted to go in Group Finder and said, like, I need to carry through Ultimate, I'll pay you like 30 trillion gil, or whatever the fuck the in-game currency is, like gold, I don't know. You can do that, but the group themselves can't do it. It's something like that. There's like a specific part to it. It's part of the game, though. If there's currency in MMO, people will sell carries. Yeah, that's also true. I don't know if you can ever like escape that. That's why I was saying I think the consequence in WoW is that, for example, in World of Warcraft, everything outside of the general raid cycle is extremely expensive to the point where players have a lot of gold sinks. And so the most efficient way to get through gold sinks with your own time is to boost people, which is providing a service, because it's the only way that's time efficient to make that amount of money in the video game. But unfortunately, that means then that a lot of the game comes down to people offering that service. And so if you, yeah, exactly. You walk into general chat in any town in WoW and it'll just be like, hey, we're doing a boost, blah, blah, blah. It's like random boost communities everywhere, that this and that. Renegade Ronin, thank you for 2 months. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I've been talking for like 2 hours. I think I'm gonna finally play Back 4 Blood. I don't know if this is public, but I'm playing like this Back 4 Blood event tomorrow, and I need to make sure I have all the cards. So I'm probably gonna go into Back 4 Blood and start farming. I think that's what I'm gonna do in a sec. But I think I might go get water first. Farming is such a slog. I know. I don't know how much it's gonna be. We'll see. We'll see. Cole Freeman, do you need help? I don't know. 1 sec. Didn't you farm enough with Baru? That was pretty hardcore. So I have farmed a lot with Baru, but 20 hours or so of that was in nightmare mode, and I didn't make, like, that was not farming. That was just feeding. Farming is super fast. You Heralds of the Worm 1 using grenades. Yeah, my friends, I asked them what the best farming was for Back 4 Blood, and they told me end of Act 2 with a grenade build. You just run it down mid. And I'm assuming that might be Heralds of the Worm? Not sure. I'll be right back. Bathroom.